Guests of the Oprah Show stay at the Old Sweet Omni Hotel, located.
Old dandruff shampoo wasn't into black, so I...
Next at 5, a deadly day on Western Washington roads.
A teenager steals a car and crashes it head-on into another car. Tonight, the 14-year-old's joyride that had deadly consequences.
A tragic scene also unfolding on the Olympic Peninsula. See how these logs fell off a truck, killing 2 people.
And screams for help, how 2 children helped save their parents as the apartment went up in flames.
Hey, John, do you...
They're hard to put down. The new quarter-pound mushroom Swiss grill burgers at Dairy Queen. Do one and DQ something different.
Are downtown hospitals the only place I can go for quality cancer care?
The miracle of community cancer care is that the technology that used to be confined to a hospital and therefore basically only given in huge urban centers has been moved out into the community, and we feel that we're at the forefront of that type of care.
When life matters, the care matters more. Puget Sound Cancer Centers, Edmonds and North Seattle.
Now Betty can melt away your entire day in just 3 minutes. Introducing Betty Crocker Warm Delights in delicious molten caramel cake and decadent hot fudge brownie. Betty Crocker Warm Delights in the baking aisle. For a taste of delight, you're just 3 minutes from heaven.
Take a good look at these pictures and remember, it is time. It's time to stand together and cry no more, but do something about it. Thank you, everybody.
Number 1 at 5. King 5 News starts now.
Good evening. A 14-year-old's joyride ends in a deadly head-on collision.
The teenager driving a stolen truck plowed into an oncoming driver. The accident happened near Purdy, and tonight 1 man is dead. The 14-year-old suspect is in serious condition at Tacoma General Hospital. And that's where King 5's Bernard Choi is live tonight with the story. Bernard?
Well, Don, not only did the 14-year-old steal the truck, the State Patrol says he was probably drinking and driving. And now a 63-year-old man who was doing nothing wrong but driving to work is dead. It was a violent head-on collision that has already claimed 1 life and threatens to take another. But while the drivers of these 2 trucks cannot tell us the moments leading up to the crash,
I thought, oh no, not now.
Gail Bronze of Port Orchard cannot forget them.
This is his paint, right here and here.
Gail was driving her white minivan to work on State Route 302 just outside of Purdy. It was 5 a.m., pitch black. As Gail was going east, she suddenly saw a pickup from the other direction come over into her lane.
When I saw its headlights coming towards me, I went, what is he doing?
The State Patrol says a 14-year-old boy, likely under the influence of drugs or alcohol, was behind the wheel.
As he came coming towards me, I went, I gotta move, and I just started going to the right.
Gail managed to get out of the way, barely. The 14-year-old sideswiped her van, then slammed into a pickup driven by a 63-year-old Gig Harbor man who was just going to work at Boeing.
Victim driver took the brunt of the impact, was not wearing a seatbelt, and was pronounced dead at Tacoma General Hospital.
I'm just, thank God I'm alive.
Gail says a guardian angel, her mother, was guiding her from above.
Had to be. Because otherwise I wouldn't be here now. There's just no way.
So someone was looking down?
I think so.
And speaking as a mother, Gail Bronze says she's not angry with the 14-year-old. She hopes he makes it. If he does, he may be charged with vehicular homicide and the theft of a vehicle. We're live tonight in Tacoma. I'm Bernard Choi, King 5 News.
Bernard, thanks. The victim has been identified as Roger Hickel, 63, of Gig Harbor, an electrician who worked for Boeing.
And Highway 101 near Hoquiam remains closed tonight after a deadly accident involving a logging truck. State troopers say the truck lost its load around 11 a.m. You can see the logs just strewn across the highway. 2 people died in the accident. Investigators have not released their identities or which vehicles they were in. State troopers are not sure when this scene will be cleared.
Published reports say the Seattle Police Department plans to fire a veteran officer at the center of a misconduct case. Officer John Powers is accused of using and distributing cocaine and with sharing his prescription Viagra with other officers. Investigators are also looking into new allegations that Powers and other officers accepted free or discounted meals at a restaurant near Pike Place Market. And tonight, at the request of the mayor of Kent, the city's chief administrative officer has resigned. He's under investigation for alleged hit and run. Police say Mike Martin slammed into the back of a disabled car on 212th Street in Kent Thursday night. Witnesses say Martin stuck around until aid crews arrived, but then drove away. Police say he later confessed.
Police are investigating the death of a baby boy who drowned in a bathtub in Mount Vernon. Early yesterday morning, the 9-month-old was found unconscious in a bathtub in an apartment on 100 South LaVenture Road. The fire department said paramedics tried reviving the baby for 35 minutes. The infant was declared dead at Skagit Valley Hospital.
2 local parents are crediting their children's loud screams for saving their lives. This after fire broke out in their Linwood apartment. It happened early yesterday when a lamp in the family's aquarium somehow caught fire. Turns out the smoke detector was apparently hardwired into the same circuit, so the flames actually stopped the alarm from sounding. Fortunately, the family's 3-year-old daughter heard the crackling and smelled the smoke and screamed loud enough to wake up her parents. Firefighters say this family is extremely lucky, and their close call illustrates why people should have working batteries in all smoke detectors and fire alarms.
We like to remind people to change the batteries when they change their clocks, and that's coming up here at the end of the month. So that's a good time to remember to do that.
The apartment sustained severe smoke damage, and the family is now looking for a new place to live.
And firefighters scrambled to pull a young boy out of a 30-foot deep hole. It happened just outside Los Angeles about an hour ago. Firefighters had to rig a hoist to pull the boy up. No word on the boy's condition, but you can see him dust himself off and walk to the gurney just moments later. Can you believe it? Just 1 month until Election Day. And a new King 5 poll shows the race for King County Executive too close to call.
The contest between Ron Sims and David Irons is shaping up to really be a race to watch. And King 5's Robert Mack is here with more on what our new poll found. Any surprises, Robert?
Well, the incumbent, Ron Sims, is a well-known Democrat in a largely Democratic county. But tonight, our new poll finds he has a challenging race leading up to November. In a poll of likely voters in King County, 50% say they would vote for Ron Sims, 45% for Republican Councilman David Irons. 6% told Survey USA they're undecided. Why is this race so close? Tonight we take a look at Sims as he runs for his 3rd term.
Now, let me finish.
He is a lightning rod. You have to wonder what makes Ron Sims so controversial.
With the ultimate acquisition.
Sims admits he never saw this protest coming. Dinner train workers outraged at his original plan to turn a rail corridor into a trail. Sims also didn't mean to create such a firestorm when he proposed letting one airline move from SeaTac Airport to Boeing Field. Did Southwest Airlines turn out to be more controversial than you thought?
Yes.
Sims has fine-tuned his position, now saying any airline that wants to move must pay the entire cost.
There will be no taxpayers' monies for any of these improvements. I won't do that.
So absolutely not, even for road improvements that Southwest Airlines
I will
wants.
not. This is going to have to be on their dime.
We want our land back.
It's not clear whether Sims generates controversy because he miscalculates or whether he's fully aware of what he's doing. His critical areas ordinance restricted how much people can develop their land, leaving many rural voters livid. Sims aggravated some East Siders over the placement of Tent City. And remember, Sims lost his bid for governor after proposing a statewide income tax.
I control my integrity, and I just watched people in politics sacrifice that again and again. For what? For re-election. But why would you want to re-elect somebody who was not always honest?
Under the radar for most voters, Sims points out he helped steer Sound Transit during its worst hour. managed $130 million in budget cuts, and he's developing a new, though controversial, health care plan that rewards county workers with healthy habits.
We're considered to be one of the premier, well-managed governments in the country.
This fall, the county executive's race will be widely seen as a referendum on Sims. From his handling of gay marriage issues to elections problems, the lightning rod is making no apologies.
Do you think the problems in the election department are a reflection of a failure of leadership?
No, I don't. I think that we have been open and public and transparent on every issue in King County government.
Sims paints his opponent, David Irons, as too conservative for King County, opposing wage increases for child care workers and funding for Metro. We will talk with David Irons and learn about his campaign next week. But this is shaping up to be a tight race.
All right, Robert, thank you.
Meanwhile, a machine recount in the primary race for King County Sheriff ends tonight. Only 68 votes separate Greg Schmidt and Jim Fuda in the primary election. That narrow margin triggered an automatic manual recount, but the two candidates decided to go with a machine recount of 10 randomly selected precincts. They say their decision will save taxpayers money. The manual recount would have cost about $200,000.
I think we're both competent people, and I think we came up with a great alternative, and I think it's one the King County citizens can be proud of.
Final results are expected tomorrow. The winner of the recount will face Sheriff Sue Rahr in the November general election. Some counties are scrambling tonight to reprint thousands of ballots because of a mistake by state elections officials. The counties must correct all absentee ballots that have statewide initiatives printed but in the wrong order. State law requires that measures appear in a specific order on the ballot. The problem began when the Secretary of State's office sent out an advisory that had the initiatives in the wrong order. And now,
we want to tell you about some breaking news underway in Kirkland right now. Sky King has been following a crazy car chase. You can see the results of this really crazy driver who's been leading police on a chase for the last 10 minutes, and the area is Kirkland.
We want to emphasize that what you're seeing now is video from Sky King, not live instantaneously, but on tape delay, so that we can keep control of what you see of this incident, which obviously could have not a good outcome, depending on how police managed to corral this driver engaged now in a high-speed chase. Again, this is through a highway in Kirkland. And we, of course, will keep on top of the story throughout this newscast and throughout the evening here on King 5 News.
All right, we're going to stay with this picture because this driver has been, as you can see, just really threatening people all along the freeways in the Kirkland area. This is 405 northbound right here. As you see him sometimes weaving in and out of the lanes, sometimes crossing into the shoulder and weaving across the line, sideswiping cars as he goes. Police are chasing whoever is driving this blue car.
It does seem as though police vehicles that we can't see in the picture appear to be keeping a measured distance from the driver. I don't know what the tactic is to get him to slow down on his own or what.
Again, this chase underway right now, but what we're showing you is video from Sky King, tape delayed 7 seconds, because at speeds like this, in traffic like this, it's very likely that this crazy chase could have a very negative outcome.
Again, we're looking at northbound 405 in the Kirkland vicinity, a chase that's been going on, we're told, for several minutes, maybe 10 minutes, maybe longer. A driver with police in pursuit, weaving in and out of lanes on I-405 northbound in the Kirkland area.
Again, this is no video game. This is real. It's taking place in Kirkland. It's been going on for, we think, at least 10 minutes now. We don't know how many people in this car. We don't know why the car is driving this way. We don't know how many police are in pursuit at this point. But again, you're looking at a northbound car, 405. The Kirkland area is the area that's been affected. It's 10 after 5, and this is a peak commute time. So there are thousands of people on the road potentially whose commute is being affected by this chase tonight.
Looks as though the fugitive car is exceeding the speed of the rest of the vehicles on the freeway by a good 10, 15, or 20 miles an hour.
Right. Amazingly, at that speed, we've seen a couple of side swipes. We haven't seen, and we've seen cars having to alter course. And now the blue suspect vehicle slowing down, and crossing lanes.
We're just getting confirmation that the vehicle has been stolen, is a stolen vehicle driven by the person who took it for whatever reason, and wherever he got it, we do not know yet. There are obviously a lot of pieces of the story have yet to fall into place.
I suppose there's a very good chance whoever's driving this car is now listening on a car radio to a story about this person, about a crazy chase underway in the Kirkland area. You can see the street signs right there giving directions.
Leaving 405, it looked like to me.
And heading off in a different direction, northbound, now perhaps curving around westbound and headed now back south again in the Kirkland area. This high-speed chase.
Okay, we are told now that this incident that involved this car being stolen began as a home invasion robbery, and look at that.
Backwards on the freeway with a cop. All right, Michael Chu of the Bellevue Police Department now standing by. Let's listen to Michael Chu as this car seems to be trapped in traffic, going the wrong way on the freeway. This is absolutely...
Michael, what do we know? Hello, Michael, can you hear us?
Michael Chu of the Bellevue Police Department. Can you hear us here at King 5 News?
I can hear you. I'm actually sitting on the shoulder of the freeway right now, waiting for the suspect.
What can you tell us about this incident?
Well, it's the crime just occurred about half an hour ago or less. We had a burglary, a home invasion robbery that our patrol officers are investigating right now. We do have one individual who is fleeing from us and acting pretty dangerous on the roadway right now.
Exceedingly dangerous. Now you can see the car headed off on the Woodinville off-ramp. A chase that began, what would you say, 10 minutes ago or more, Officer Chu?
Probably a little bit longer. He just stole a car in Kirkland. We have Kirkland Police, Bellevue Police, Washington State Patrol, and we have one Renton K-9 units all involved right now.
Well, given the way this person, do we know that this person is solo in the car?
Yes, we believe he is a lone individual right now.
All right, and given the way this individual is driving, it's utterly amazing. No one has been hurt.
Officer Chu, are there police cars in high-speed pursuit of this car that we can't see from our camera angle?
Well, you're seeing actually a lot more than we are right now, and we're actually relying upon your live feed to tell officers where the car is right now. We are trying to basically cordon the person down. He has gone past one of our roadblocks already. We have not been able to disable his vehicle yet.
And so you have police departments from a number of different jurisdictions giving chase and trying to corral the suspect and the stolen vehicle, correct?
That's correct right now. We do have marked units trying to look for him.
All right, this is Highway 522 now. He's been on 405. He's been on the Woodinville off-ramp, weaving in and out of very, very tight traffic situations, now up over the curb into the landscaping, back on the shoulder.
And now turning off 522 into
a parking lot. This is a park and ride. Suspect we're going to see somebody get out of this vehicle here through the park and ride at a great rate of speed at commute time, and now back out again.
Officer Chu, do you have any indication that anyone's... Now he's stopped. The car has stopped. Again, this is a 7-second tape delay. Bystanders are looking inside. No sign of any... Oh, there he goes again.
None of the news agencies would let us on the helicopter. Liability reasons.
All right, again, we are watching a chase underway that's gone from Kirkland to Woodinville, now the wrong way on the freeway, and then back again, altering course through a park and ride. This is one person in a car. We believe it's a stolen car after a home invasion robbery, eluding a number of officers from different jurisdictions that we've seen. And the police are using the media monitors to see where this car is at this point.
Again, we want to emphasize this is a 7-second delay that you're seeing here so that we can control the picture and not show a bad outcome should it occur.
Now off on a side road, it appears, lost to Sky King in the trees, headed again into the Woodinville direction. There you see the blue car again, off the main road.
Guy has weaved through incredible traffic, refusing to be stopped. The one time he did stop that we've seen, it seemed to be of his own volition. Now he's pulling into a cross.
Okay, now across the landscape, through a park. This is one incredible chase. It's been underway for at least 15 minutes. Sideswiping cars, going backwards or the wrong direction on the freeway, eluding police that are coming at him in all directions from many jurisdictions.
And yet we have yet to see a police car with lights flashing in any proximity to the car. This might be Rhododendron Park, but we've lost our signal from Sky King on tape. There it is again. And there's the car. You can barely see it through the trees, and now breaking into clear view again. And we think this is Rhododendron Park, is that right?
This is Wayne Golf Course. This is way up near Kenmore then, correct? Yeah, Bothell and Kenmore, and then this, I believe, is now driving across a golf course, Wayne Golf Course, up at the north end of Lake Washington in the Bothell area. This is somebody who perhaps does know the north end pretty well. It's just incredible the number of streets, byways, parking lots, and wrong directions this suspect is driven in.
And weaving through traffic, sometimes like bumper cars, smacking fenders, nosing his way through congested traffic. Nothing has stopped this guy so far, obviously.
This is one incredible car chase. Again, to recap, it's been underway at least 15 minutes. Jurisdictions from a number of police departments on the east side, Bothell, Bellevue, etc., giving chase to the suspect, keeping a safe distance. And what you're seeing is this chase, but tape delay, so that if it does have a bad outcome, this is tape being delayed at least 7 seconds. A chase underway now for almost 20 minutes.
The driver, apparently a suspect in a home invasion robbery, who then stole this car and took off and has not stopped since, to the great hazard of the drivers and pedestrians in his vicinity, we might add.
Again, police giving chase, but keeping a distance, and just an incredible series of swerves and turns from freeway to highway to golf course, through fences, sideswiping cars, all this to elude a number of different police jurisdictions giving chase to the suspect in this stolen car.
At one point going the wrong way on what looked like a freeway interchange briefly, and still managing to avoid contact with other traffic that could bring him to a halt. He has knocked a few cars in fender benders, but that's so far the extent that we know about.
Again, Sky King keeping track of this blue vehicle, one person in it, a suspect in a home invasion robbery this afternoon. Michael Chu, are you still with us here on King 5 News?
No.
Okay, well, Michael Chu saying that they are using actually Sky King and other media helicopters to help them gather information about the direction, because as you can see right here, this driver keeps changing directions. Now a U-turn, now off in the other direction in Bothell, crossing the yellow line, doubling back again.
Unbelievable.
Stopping occasionally to talk to people. This is the second time he's stopped, asking people something, people stopping to talk to him. That
looks like somebody trying to hem the guy in. See that truck that stopped momentarily?
Yes.
I don't know if that's a police vehicle or what, or just by now word must be out to traffic in the area that this is going on.
It does look like a little vigilantism with that looks like a civilian vehicle in pursuit of the suspect vehicle.
He's after him. That's probably as dangerous as we're told it's likely a police vehicle of some sort.
Again, this incredible chase now underway at least 20 minutes. Of the blue vehicle, police tell us, is stolen. And after the car theft, there was a home invasion robbery. This is a chase that involves jurisdictions including Bellevue and Woodinville and Bothell, from freeways to state highways to small roads, off into a golf course, a park, and back on the freeway again.
Nothing has stopped him so far, not median strips, not crowds of traffic. He's pushed through them, nosed his way through traffic, and all kinds of close calls. We just saw one right there.
All right, then the vehicle stopping slowly. This is the second time we've seen, the third time perhaps. It appears he's trying sometimes to talk to people.
Asking directions?
Not probably asking directions, I would say.
Threatening them?
Would he be trying to take somebody into the car?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the guy's not in a state where anything is possible. It's just
again, Sky King
surreal.
Over the scene of this breaking news story, a crazy chase, a suspect leading police on a chase through a number of different jurisdictions for the last, now he's in Juanita, now he's off the freeway on city streets. Again, it's commute time. It's people are going home, although these roads amazingly are fairly empty. This has been one incredible chase.
Reaching speeds on the freeway, it looked to be like 80, 90 miles an hour. When he gets on the surface streets, slows down, but only a little bit. And there are bursts of high speed, punctuated, as we've seen, by stops where he seems to be trying to conduct some sort of conversation with bystanders, either threatening them or asking directions or what, we don't know.
This chase underway at least a half hour now. Okay.
Just got...
All right, that's it. Looks like the chase has come to an end.
Well,
I suspect we're going to see...
No, he's not going to... He's determined not to stop it.
That is incredible. Bumped by perhaps a civilian vehicle. Off he goes over the curb, through a parking lot, and in the reverse direction, back on the street. Contact with two cars there. Again, that's in the Juanita area.
And hard to tell whether that was an accident or it looked to be one of the cars was trying to take some kind of proactive measure to stop it.
And hem the suspect in, perhaps. But he's off on the run again. We don't know who this person is. Michael Chu of the Bellevue Police Department told us this chase is what came after a car theft and a home invasion robbery. We suspect that this is the suspect involved in the car theft as well as the home invasion robbery, giving chase now for a half hour, according to Bellevue Police.
Can we tell what road we're on now? I mean, he's made so many twists and turns that it's very difficult to keep track of what piece of geography he's driving on at the moment.
Well, we've seen him go through Bellevue, through Woodinville, through Bothell, across the Wayne Golf Course at the north end of the lake, then through Juanita. And let's see if we can identify. This looks like headed to Kirkland. Again, the north end of the lake. If you're watching from the Kirkland-Juanita area, you probably recognize these intersections.
Does it appear that he knows where he is, or does it appear he's making this up as he goes along? It's hard to tell the way he's driving.
It certainly looks like somebody who knows these north of the lake communities and knows which freeway, which exit.
I mean, it's been going on we've seen high-speed police chases before, and I can't remember one that appears to have gone on for this duration without some sort of action to stop it. I mean, it's hard to figure the strategy.
You see now 5 o'clock, there should be roads filled with traffic, and it's very likely the police have closed off some of these roads. There you see what appears to be a police car very close behind this vehicle. So I was saying the road's closed off, otherwise there would be traffic on all these roads. It's very likely these roads have been closed off, and also it appears that police vehicles and a motorcycle police officer are moving in, closing in. Again, this is tape delay of 7 seconds, so should this chase, all right.
It got him
there he goes into a driveway of a home.
Oh, now on foot, taking off.
Now on foot, okay, arms up.
Down.
Down he goes, all right. After more than 30 minutes and a chase that was absolutely incredible, officers swarm in around this suspect. 19th Avenue in Kirkland, and we think that this is a suspect in a car theft of this blue car in which he was driving crazily, and also a suspect in a home invasion robbery perhaps about an hour ago, then led police on a crazy chase through a number of jurisdictions on the east side. They're not being gentle with this suspect. This guy has pretty much terrorized the roads at peak commute time and kept officers on the run from Bellevue to Woodinville to Bothell to Juanita to Kirkland. This is an amazing chase.
And the classic police dilemma, of course, is how do you chase down a high-speed suspect without creating further danger for motorists and pedestrians, from the police pursuit. But so far, the only damages we've seen, fender benders that we've seen on our tape, have been caused by the suspect. I mean, it's just a miracle that there wasn't more mayhem along his long, convoluted, twisting and turning route through every kind of roadway, from freeway to not a road at all, to a golf course. And the police, within the last minute, ran him to the ground as he pulled into the driveway of what looked like a private home. And within seconds, he was down, hands over the back of his head, and in custody of these officers.
It is incredible that at the rate he was driving on the freeway and the number of about faces and reverses and wrong way driving on the freeway that we've seen in the last half hour, that as far as we know, there have been no serious injuries, and that is amazing. That is just amazing. And the officers moved in firmly, very firmly.
Very decisively.
And now have taken into custody a suspect in a car theft and home invasion robbery. And
A youngish, appeared to be, from this distance hard to tell, but a youngish male appeared to have been unarmed. I didn't see police take custody of any kind of arms, but we don't know what's in the car either.
Right.
I mean, at that point, he was in no position to offer any resistance, that's
Again,
for sure.
appearing to be a safe ending to a very long, very involved, very high speed, and very threatening chase, a threatening chase to the thousands of other drivers on the road at commute time tonight.
We should repeat, we do not know where this driver turned in. It looks like a private home, but we do not know if it's his house, the house of anyone he knows, or just the place where he randomly picked to give it up after being pursued at high speeds through all these neighborhoods in the north end for the last, as we say, for the last half hour.
Again, the suspect in custody now, corralled forcefully by officers who swarmed in. He pulled into a driveway, jumped out of the car, appeared to be trying to make a run for it, realizing
for about 5 seconds
the run was over.
Yeah.
Arms up over his head, then he's flat on the ground, arms pinned behind him, and into the car he goes.
And look at all those police vehicles collecting at the scene rapidly. They must have had a pretty good line on him, and we'll learn later throughout the evening what the strategy was. And here's some tape from early on. And this is probably at the highest speed, some of the highest speeds we saw close up. And
there you see him bumping one car off to the side of the road.
Yeah.
We've seen several cars bumped. It doesn't appear that this car directly was involved with serious accidents, but you can just imagine the hair standing up on the back of your neck if you're involved in that move.
Yeah. I mean,
or any of the others that we saw him make on the freeway.
He must have frightened hundreds, if not perhaps 1,000 or more motorists on this odyssey, this high-speed odyssey, this chase, incredible chase, included at one point more than one U-turn on a busy, crowded street. I mean, the chances for just a horrible, severe collision were like mounting every second. Just amazing it didn't occur before the police managed to run him to ground, or he ran himself to ground, whatever happened.
Officer Michael Chu of the Bellevue, there's another near side swipe, and a car has to go off onto the shoulder to avoid the suspect vehicle. Michael Chu of the Bellevue Police Department told us that this car early on evaded one police blockade, and they tried to keep their distance behind him, and obviously, as Don pointed out, it's very dangerous to pursue somebody at high speeds if this person is bent on getting away. There you see stopping, appearing to try and get some information from pedestrians. This is the first of about 3 times we saw him do that. Then back on the Odyssey again, on the overpass.
I can't wait to hear what he was talking to those people about, and I'm sure we'll learn as we put reporters on this story. But I was trying to imagine what that conversation was between the guy being pursued and those pedestrians who were saying, "What the heck?"
Right.
As he
and there you
screeched to a halt.
see the wide shot of the car pulling into the driveway, trying to make a run for it. 3 seconds later, realizing that was not a safe idea.
Yeah.
On the ground he goes. Officers swarming around him.
This was about what, 6 minutes ago?
Right. Pinning his arms behind his back. These 4 officers move in.
Spectators gathering there across the street. Now I'm presuming the left-hand side of the screen is on 7-second delay. Oh, now we're totally live on the left-hand side of the screen.
The left-hand side of the screen is live. The right hand is tape that you're seeing of events just a few minutes ago as this suspect is hauled into custody. Now checking for a weapon.
Being read his rights, no doubt. And cuffed. You can imagine the tension of this chase involving the officers.
This is a live shot over the scene, a wider picture to give you a view of the people who are collecting around the scene. Quite a crowd now gathering as the suspect still being held in the car still at this place where the arrest was made.
It's the second vehicle, that blue car, just in front of the green police vehicle. That's the car that was the target of this pursuit.
There you see the suspect vehicle, police talking to other officers. And the suspect is in a car nearby. Michael Chu, can you tell us any more about the situation now? Officer Chu from the Bellevue Police Department. What can you tell us?
We're just fortunate that this came to a conclusion without anyone getting hurt on the freeway.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Can you tell us what the strategy was in your pursuit?
Excuse me?
Your strategy in getting this guy. Was it to stand off and hope that he stopped himself, or what proactive measures were you able to take without increasing the danger?
Well, we did have unmarked units. We did have, obviously, air assets, and what we were using was your helicopter. We're watching the live feed from news to help direct police officers to where the suspect was and where he was trying to break in the vehicle. So the aid of media was paramount and of utmost importance for us in terms of capturing this very dangerous felon.
So are you saying... Are you saying that Sky King, the King 5 helicopter, was actually providing some useful information to the police in this case?
I would say all the helicopters that were up in the air were extremely helpful. And we had, I was asking officers to actually turn on televisions in offices to watch the pursuit from the live feeds and to relay that information directly to the police officers.
Can you give us a tick-tock, a really short, brief edition of how this unfolded, where it started and where it ended? What do we know about the house where the arrest was made?
Don't know anything about where the arrest was made. We're learning about actually what's precipitated this pursuit. It's not just one crime. It appears to be an actual whole crime spree that occurred in the Lake Hills neighborhood. We're still getting calls from victims requesting police services. So right now we're still not too sure what happened and how many victims this person has committed crimes against.
Well, you had said at first a home invasion. Do you think there was now maybe a series of such things?
We're looking into that right now. But the bottom line was with the help of media, we were able to capture the suspect without endangering any motorists, any public.
And you know that this car was also stolen, you think, by this suspect?
I think more than one vehicle was stolen.
Really?
I think quite a few vehicles were stolen, and there's quite a bit of property damage. But
so there's more than one person involved in this, more than one suspect.
That I don't know.
And do you have any information from the field yet about what those conversations were about? That the driver of the car being pursued actually stopped and exchanged words with pedestrians who just happened to be in the vicinity. Do you have any notion of what that was about yet?
Well, this investigation is going to be a fairly long and convoluted one. I can tell you that from the get-go. So that we don't know, but I'm sure we're going to be interviewing a lot of different witnesses. This spans many different law enforcement jurisdictions, and this will be a fairly long and involved investigation.
Do we know that there's one suspect, or do we think there are more?
I don't know right now. It's still too early on in the investigation.
But as far as you know, this was the only chase involved. This is the only suspect they're looking for immediately.
Well, technically there are several chases because law enforcement was kind of on again, off again with the pursuit. But we believe that this is the suspect we're looking for. We are still trying to find out how many victims there are out there, both of his driving and also of earlier criminal actions, whether they're home invasions or a car theft and the such.
Do we know of any injuries